Hello guys and welcome back to more Aquile on the Force 9's YouTube channel. Going to continue with our Lazio save today, and we're going to start off our Europa League campaign. Last episode we started off the new season. We lost to Juventus in our first game, and then we drew the group stages of the Europa League. Looking at our draw, today's game is an away game against Dynamo Kiev. The other teams in our draw are Fenerbahce of Turkey and Omanoia of Cyprus. So not too far apart, those two countries, but it's quite a distance to travel. There are some really tough groups I had a look at, and there are some really tough groups up here. So there's a group there, Ajax's group looks pretty hard. Galatasaray's group, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, there are some good groups here. That's Red Bull Salzburg, by the way. Crvena Zvezda, I don't know how you say that, but that's Red Star Belgrade, who actually won the Champions League once upon a time. It's like the 90s, I think. I can't remember exactly when it was. But yeah, there's some interesting groups here. So I'm hoping we can get through our groups. We're not expected to, but hopefully we can. That'd be really good if we could. So today we're facing Dynamo Kiev away. We're into September, so the transfer window is shut. I did make one more signing. This guy here, Andrija Zivkovic, signed him from Partizan Belgrade, Serbian. He's only 19 years old, but he's a half-decent player. I said I wanted a right-sided midfielder. We have Stevanovic, but he can play on the left as well, so he's going to be playing mainly on the left. Zivkovic hasn't played a game yet. He's only 19, and he's more of a backup, really, for Kandreva than anything. But he'll be playing on the right. He can play as an inside forward, or he can play as a wide playmaker in a right midfield role. Yeah, he's a half-decent player. So if we just look at the key attributes for an inside forward, see how it looks. So he's got, he's pacey, he's got the acceleration, he's got a good vision and flair as well, and he's got good technique. So technical stuff's pretty good. Marking and tackling aren't that important, but yeah, no, he's got all the right tools for an inside forward. So he should be a good signing for us. Billy went for 1.7 million, as I said. But I was told I could have got a lot more for him. I did loan out to Ankara in the end as well, because I didn't think he'd be playing very often, so I loaned him out to Brescia just to try and free up some wages, because I've got some players that are no longer eligible for the next team down, for the under-20s, because they are not under-20. People like Alfaro, these players are unregistered in the Europa League as well. As is Marchetti, and the reason I did this was because I had so many players that I wanted to put in who I couldn't. So Edison, I wanted to try and sell him, but we couldn't. Marchetti was really angry when we did that, and he's still unhappy now. But he's going to be playing more league games. He's played the first three. No, he hasn't actually played a league game yet, has he? No. So he's going to be playing league games after this. But Berisha is going to be my keeper for the Europa League, and we have Strakosha as well, who's a decent backup keeper. So that's what's happening there. So yep, as I said, today we're going to face Dynamo Kiev. Looking at I played 2 games off screen though, which we haven't had a look at. So yeah, our last live commentary was a 2-1 defeat away against Juventus, the champions, and then we had a very difficult tie next. It was a home tie against Inter. We drew this 3-3, which I think was a good result. We went 2-0 down. Marco Sal and Juan Jesus with 2 goals in as many minutes, but we pulled one back before half time. Felipe Anderson. And then we actually went 3-2 ahead. Kandreva scored a penalty in the 50th minute. And then Libor Kozak made it 3-2 coming off the bench. But then they put it back to 3-3 in the 89th minute through Palacio. And I'm having a bit of a situation with my strikers, in that I don't know what role is best for them. I'm struggling to find a role that fits. Djordjevic has had a very... Klose and Djordjevic have both had pretty poor showings as of late. It's difficult trying to find a role for them that they can actually work with. I think I need to start training them for some of them, because they don't seem to be doing very well. So we're going to have a look at these goals here in this 3-3 draw. My other game I did actually win. So we have 1 win, 1 draw and 1 loss, which I think isn't too bad considering the teams we faced. Our third game was against a newly promoted side, but I don't think we're doing too badly. So this was their first goal. So here was Ranocchia and Hernandez, Sal and Icardi with the save, and then Sal was the first one to the ball. And the players really should have got to that first, especially Ledesma, and I think De Vrij was the other player, but I'm not sure. Sorry, I've got my microphone on a box, and it's just not... I didn't mean to do that. It was really bad. Berisha with the save there, and again, Jesus was the first person to the ball. So it's just a lack. It's just a lack of people making clearances there, really, in those 2 goals. And then, as I said, we pulled one back through Anderson. Candreva with a corner, and it was headed up, and there's De Vrij, and then Anderson with a header about 3-4 yards out. Made it 2-1. He no longer wants a new contract either, which is a good. Candreva then scored the penalty, and that was a very, top corner. There was no way he was getting to that. The keeper went the wrong way anyway, did Handanovic, who in real life has an excellent penalty record as well. I think he's only failed to save 1 penalty this season or something like that. I just remember that his penalty record is like second to none. So that made it 2-2, and then this was 3-2, and so here is Candreva, who attracted interest from Spurs actually in the transfer window, but I declined all bids for him because, well, I didn't really want to sell him. Here's Senad Lulic, and here's a Regini, who's been hit and miss for us. Regini, he's got a couple of goals pre-season. He's not too bad to play for us. Kozak with a shot there, and the goal. That was his first goal of the season, apart from pre-season, of course. So that made it 3-2, and then, as I said, Inter got a late equaliser. Here was Berisha with the goal kick. Lulic with the ball. It wasn't this very late actually. It's about 9:30 at night. Yesterday was my brother's 21st birthday, so been doing all sorts of stuff for him. So I haven't had a lot of time to do this really. I haven't recorded Walking Dead either, which is supposed to go out this weekend, or for my other channel. And I haven't recorded my Charlton recap yet either. Recap of our first season. So this is still the build up to that equaliser. Here's Ranocchia for Inter, and then Hernandez, D'Ambrosio, and Gary Medel, who I know from his Cardiff days, of course. Hernandez, here's Palacio. That was the goal. So that was the goals there. So then, the next game was the 2-1 victory. This was away against Avellino, who were promoted from Serie B, and it was the promoted team that actually took the lead in the 5th minute. Bakogu, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, with the leads, and then Kana and Djordjevic scoring within 3 minutes. So Djordjevic got a goal there, but he got a 6.9 overall. So other than that goal, he wasn't that good. And Kana, with his goal and with their defensive performance, got the man of the match. So let's have a look at these goals, and then we'll start our Europa League campaign. So let's just see these then. It takes a while for these to actually start up. So here we go. This was their first goal. Jaime with the throw-in. It comes to the player, and I don't know how Marchetti got beaten there. Berisha, rather. That was Berisha. That was his first appearance for the club as well. So that was 1-0. And then, of course, as I said, we got 2 goals. So here was the first of the 2. Candreva with the corner kick. Kana at the near post wins the header and beats the goalkeeper. Kana's out of contract at the end of the season as well, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with him. Cavanda with the throw in here. Candreva to closer. Djordjevic, unmarked, gets the shot away and scores. So that was that. So match preview now. So a 4-5-1 by Dynamo Kiev. Apparently we're going to play a 4-2-3-1. So I think that is probably our best formation actually. Now we need to look at who hasn't been doing good and who has. Because the strikers I need to start doing something with my strikers. I'm going to keep Djordjevic and drop closer. So we'll put him there. Is Parolo still out? He is. No, Parolo's back now. Well, Parolo there then. Just need to lose Edison. We need to put Strakosha on our bench. Like so. Should we have this? Is this good? We're going to have Lulic there instead, I think. Put Lulic there. Needs to be a winger. Wing attack. Kandreva needs to be wing attack as well. Ledesma. Anderson needs to be Enganche. Alright, that's my first 11 then. Just a couple of changes there. How's this looking? I'm pretty pleased with this, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go with that. Control and fluid, yeah. I'm going to put float crosses and early crosses on because that seems to work still. So yeah, we just need to think of a role for Djordjevic because this advanced forward doesn't seem to be working very well. We kind of have a poacher up on his own, really. We need let's go for a complete forward and support. Let's try that. See if that's any good. Start tinkering with some of his roles because he hasn't actually been in good form since about January last season, to be honest. I think he only got 11 goals last season. I think that most of those came in the first part of the season because he did actually get quite a few goals. So, are you confident ahead of kickoff? We decided late on. Okay, so there you can see Dynamo Kiev's formation. Few names around there. Actually, they used to have a lot of really good players, didn't they? People like, they had like the likes of Shevchenko and that, but I say a lot of those names don't really recognise as much anymore. But they're still a team to be reckoned with, absolutely. But you probably say that Ukraine's dominated more by Dnipro now, really, than by Dynamo Kiev. You never know. Nobody fancies us to win, but we could get an upset. Give the fans a good performance despite the odds being against us. And let's start the match. Here we go. So we need to go back to the 2D. 2D Classic is what I use for the matches and speed it up a bit. I use extended highlights as well. Key highlights will probably be a bit of a shorter match and there'll be shorter videos. But I've gone with the extended highlights. So it's Dynamo that kick off. And they've lost out early here. And here's Kandreva. We're playing in the purple today. And Vida blocks the cross, and it's gone out for an early. Well, it was a goal kick, I think. And they suffered an early injury of Kiev. Jeremy Lanz. I probably completely said that wrong, but I don't care. So it's an early injury. Lulic now. It's cleared away. Kana claims the ball. Antonelli to Ledesma. Antonelli again. Can he get a cross away? He does, but it's headed away. Wellerson to Marlone. And Wellerson is under pressure from Antonelli, but he's got a ball away. Here's Danilo Silva. Wellerson to Garmash. Marlone in on goal here. Good save by Berisha. It's cleared away. Danilo Silva reclaims it, but he's lost out to Djordjevic. Lulic now. Djordjevic. He's looking good here, but it's cleared away by Vida for a throw. Free kick here. Another good save by Berisha. And Cavanda clears the ball for a throw-in. Fenerbahce have the lead against the Cypriots. And they do there. He got away from Cavanda and he got the goal. And we got him behind. We haven't had a shot yet. Dynamo have had a lot of possession. That's worrying. I think we need to maybe go for a counter approach. Right, we've got a corner here though. Can Kandreva get a good corner away here? It is headed, but it's over. Okay, 20 minutes have been played. Lulic has suffered a knock, so he might have to come off. He was 57%. We'll see if that comes up. If it's not, if it doesn't, then I'll take him off. Well, he was trying to find Ledesma. There was Parolo, but he did not find him. Here's Marlone. And Garmash. And Wellerson. And, oh dear. That's 2-0. And we're now dropped to the bottom of our group. So that's that's not how I would have liked to have started this. I would have liked to have at least gone a bit longer without a goal. But never mind. I've only had a couple of shots so far. Bocani to Wellerson. And it was almost 3-0, but lucky Berisha was there to pick it up. And he held on to it as well. 26 minutes been played. And they're moving forward again here. Here's Lulic. And he's found Djordjevic in. Can he get it forward? He's found Kandreva, who doesn't beat Makarenko. Dudu now, the goal scorer. The first goal scorer. Here's Marlone. Wellerson. It was Tipped over by Berisha, but they're finding it all too easy to break us here. We need to actually go onto them. We can't let them come onto us because they seem to be beating us every time. Almost went out for another one there, but I think Cavanda cleared it off the line. It's gone out for a throw. Dudu with a free kick. It's headed away by Kana, but Dudu under pressure from Parolo, but he keeps it. Garmash to Vida. Sojdachuk. As it gets a shot away, but it's an easy save, that one, for Berisha. It's gone out to the right. Kandreva doesn't win it, but it's come to Cavanda. Here's Kandreva. Anderson to Djordjevic. Parolo's in on goal. And he beats the goalkeeper and pulls one back. 34 minutes played. Almost. Let's put us back up to third, but you get nothing for third place in the Europa League. And even second place, you have to face the winner of another group. Pull the goal back. That's good. Anderson now to Lulic. He's found Parolo. Here's Antonelli. Kandreva. Oh dear. That was over, but he probably should have at least kept that down. I think he headed it over. 2 minutes to be played in injury time, and then we can go back in. So we haven't done great, but I think it's just that they've been good. I'm going to say let's give the fans a good performance again. But I'm going to say they've been unlucky. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. There's a lot more to come from you, but your finishing hasn't been good. Right, I'm gonna. Lulic. I don't know. I'm gonna switch to the 4-4-1-1, and I'm gonna take off Lulic and bring on. Where's our subs gone again? They're bloody. This keeps happening. I'm not quite sure why. It's not showing the rest of our bench. It's been happening quite a while, quite prominently. What is going on? You only get 7 subs, don't you? Oh God, I'm stupid. I'm so used to having a full set of subs, 12 subs in Serie A, that we have a goalkeeper, 3 defend. Oh God, we don't have any strikers on the bench. I'm an absolute idiot. I can't believe I've done that. Honestly, can't believe I've done that. Right. That's kind of annoying. Right, here's what we're going to do. Antonelli is going to go up to midfield. And we're going to put Regini at left back. I can't believe I've done that. Okay. Right, let's start the second half. We'll have to do that. We haven't got a choice. That's going to be a bit of annoying if Djordjevic gets an injury, though. He's on our goal here, though, is Djordjevic. Can he get a ball away? He gets a shot away, but it's gone wide. Okay, yeah, that's a big mistake on my part. I'll try not to do that again. Oh, he has taken a knock, but no, he's fine. Just a light one. Makarenko now for Kiev. He's found Garmash. Here's Dudu. And it's cleared away. It was stopped. Chobochenko now to Makarenko. I'm hoping that we don't get any injuries now. Kandreva with a corner. Kana with the ball back to him, but it was one of their players. It went for our throw. 62 minutes played. Kandreva with the corner again. De Vrij got the header towards the goal, but it went over. Fenerbahce have a 3-0 lead in Cyprus, so I think we know who the whipping boys are in this group. They're not us. So we're holding our own against Dynamo Kiev. I'm pretty pleased with how things are going so far. I'm going to take off Parolo. And, right, who we're going to bring on? We're going to bring on Gonzalez. We're going to change him to ball-winning midfielder. And we're going to hope that we don't get any injury. We have Maori as well, though, so he can move. He can play a bit further forward if we do need someone up there. Regina with a throw in. Here's Anderson to Antonelli to Gonzalez. Lorik Kana to Ledesma. De Vrij. Kandreva. Djordjevic, on target, but saved by Koval. Short ball to Chobachenko. Kandreva and Antonelli are exhausted. Right. Right, Kandreva's coming off. We're going to put Anderson out to the right. And I'm going to put Mauri there. Yeah, we're going to have to do something like that. I can't believe I've done that. I'm so stupid. Gonzalez clears away. And Berisha makes a save. So we're holding him at bay so far. 2-1, I think is good. I don't know if it goes to goal difference. I think it's head to head. But I don't know. Bakani to Wellison to Siderchuk. Gonzalez dispossesses him. Here's Anderson. And he misplaces the pass to Mauri. Here's Makarenko to Garmash. Dudu. Makarenko. The cross held onto by Berisha. We're doing well. I'm pleased with this actually. Berisha. He gets the ball up, long ball up to Djordjevic. Here's Siderchuk now for Kiev. Dispossessed by Gonzalez. Here's Wellison. Back to Siderchuk. Garmash. Bakani. The shot goes well wide. Goal kick. I'm pleased with how this is going actually. We've held our own pretty well. Hasn't been a great performance, but you know, 2-1 isn't too bad a score away in Kiev. It's been a long journey. Regini with a cross. He's found Gonzalez. Ledesma. No, he doesn't find Anderson. It was blocked. Here's Dudu. An equaliser would be fantastic. Kana with a good clearance. Antonelli now. Can he get it up? He does. Djordjevic doesn't win it. It's Vida to Siderchuk. Danilo Silva to Garmash. Bakani. Wellison. Bit of lag, but it's nothing came of it. There's another goal kick. Coming up to injury time now. Well, it's the last minute of regular time. Two minutes of injury time. So they're almost over now. Corval, that's it. So we didn't play great, but we didn't do too bad. I don't know. I'm not too concerned despite the result. We were unlucky. We didn't do too badly. We lost, but I think Dynamo Kiev are probably favourites to top the group. I think it's going to be a scrap between us and Fenerbahce for second place, I think. Armanoia, how much did they lose by in the end? Uh, 3-1. So they did pull a goal back. But I've got a feeling that they'll be the whipping boys in this group. Hopefully we can get a couple of decent results against them and get some points. Fenerbahce will probably beat them in Turkey. So, oh dear, that was close. So it's going to be a tight tussle between us and Fenerbahce, I think. Our next game's against Palermo. That's not going to be easy. We drew with them on the last day of last season. Okay, Lulic is going to be out for a couple of weeks. So it's lucky we did sign Stevanovic, actually. That's pretty good. But yeah, Lulic does have a knee injury. It's just one match, I'd say. No, I'd say go for that top one. Yeah, I'll say that. Why the hell not? Fomenko, what's he looking at? Oh, people for his Ukraine squad. Okay, so none of my players, because I don't have any Ukrainians. Let's have a look at our schedule, see what sort of games we have next. So we've got Roma in October. So I'm thinking... I think we should play that Omanoia game. It'll be a home tie in the Europa League. Hopefully we can get a win. And then our next live commentary. So Monday will be Omanoia. It's an I, not an L. I called it Omanola at first. So we'll play them on Monday. And then on Thursday we'll have the derby at home against Roma. Hopefully we can do better than we did last season where we lost 3-0. So that's that. So that'll be our next live commentary. Will be the home Europa League game against Omanoia. And then Thursday we'll be facing AS Roma. That's going to do it for today though, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.